Hi, I'm Kavita of Compassionism.com. Have you or do you suffer with moments of anxiety, worry, fear, feel a little bit anxious, and feel a little bit depressed? And when I talk about depression here, I am not referring to clinical depression where you do need to be medicated for it and there's a real place for medicine. But I'm talking about those moments where it's situational depression, where you might feel overwhelmed by something, where you might be like, actually, I can't cope with everything that's going on at the moment because it's too much. Now, this week it is Mental Health Awareness Week, and so I want to talk about people's ill health, mental ill health, and what we can do to help ourselves actually feel mentally a bit more healthy. And I'm going to start with the idea that we ask for help. Very few people actually see asking for help as a sign of strength. And I cannot disagree more, because actually, if you are willing to be vulnerable enough and be self-aware enough to go, actually, I'm not coping and I really do need help and I need support to improve my mental health, whether that is calling a friend and speaking to them, whether that is reaching out to a therapist or a coach or a trainer or a shaman, whatever it may be, or some kind of healer or religious teacher, it is actually saying that I am not in the best possible place at the moment and I need to get to that place. And in order to do that, I need support. Now, if you get support, then actually you're improving your mental health, you're creating a better place for yourself day in and day out. And it's really not that hard to just move forward and find a way out of the place that you're in. And I say it's not that hard. That may not be true for everyone, because even asking for help can in fact be quite challenging for some people. For me, I take pride in the fact that I will literally ask for help when I'm struggling, and I've always been that way. And so for me, it's quite easy to say, actually, I'm not in a good place and I know I need support and help out of this because I don't know how to figure this out on my own. And so I think it's really important to be able to do that, and for it to become easy, right? For it to be the norm, to go, I can't cope on my own, I can't do this by myself. And actually, I don't necessarily have the right tools or strategies or frameworks in place to be able to do these things. Because sometimes someone else might know how to do something that I don't, that is more efficient and actually can help me out of the situation that I'm in. And it will be the same for you too, because you may not have all the tools you need. You have all the resources you need to get to work your way out of a situation, whatever that situation may be, whether that's worry, anxiety, fear, feeling a little in the dumps. But it is about being able to ask for help and support as and when you need that. Reach out to a friend, find a therapist or someone to work with that you need. Because actually, I don't know if I've already mentioned this, there's about 50 million adults in the UK that suffer with mental ill health. And only 61% of people, 61% of those people won't actually reach out for help and support. And that's really depressing, because 98% of those people still believe that there's a stigma attached to mental health or mental ill health, really. And how do you become mentally strong? Well, actually, when you want your body to be strong, you go to the gym. And when you want to learn something, you read. But we don't really do anything around our mental health, which is linked to our emotional health. And so it is a case of, how do we not isolate ourselves in our worry or fear or stress or overwhelm, but how do we get the right support? So please start this week with, if you are feeling those things, write them down if you need to, and reach out to somebody, whether it's an old friend, whether it's a new friend, a colleague, or somebody you feel that you can trust to discuss this with. If you feel quite vulnerable about it and you have those issues, then please do make time, but also make time for other people this week who are potentially struggling. Have a good week.